Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the movie The Whale, starring Brendan Fraser and Hong Chan, and currently streaming on Apple TV and Amazon Prime. Fraser plays Charlie, an online college instructor who is enormously, grotesquely obese, to the point where he can barely stand up. He spends most of his time on his couch, either teaching his online classes with the camera turned off, or eating literally buckets of fried chicken or double large pizzas, etc., etc. He never goes out. His only friend is a nurse, played by Hong Chow. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Just a fantastic performance by her. This is a movie that slowly reveals the characters and their backstories and the reasons that they are who and what they are. I don't want to give away too much of the plot by talking about it too much, but I want to talk about the way the film was made. It's one of those rare movies that really understands that film is a visual medium, and that the visuals, the optics, play as large a part in telling the story and setting the scene as the dialogue does. Sadie Sink from Stranger Things is also in this movie, and she does a very credible job. She's quite a good actor. It's a very small cast. There are four main characters, plus one other character that appears only briefly, though his appearance is important. And then there's you get a view of Charlie's laptop when he's teaching the class, so you can see, in typical Zoom meeting style, the checkerboard pattern of all his students online. So I guess they are there. They're not credited in the movie, but actors played those students nonetheless. However, getting back to the movie, one of the many things that struck me about this film is the lighting. The lighting tells the story along with the story, and it's worth paying attention to it, and the mood of what's going on in the scenes, the mood of the characters, etc. Also, the title. There's the obvious, but then there's the not so obvious connections that are spoken of in the movie. Again, I don't want to give away too much. Also, and so the Oscars were last night, March 12th. 2023, and Brendan Fraser did in fact win the Oscar for Best Actor for his role in The Whale. And while I haven't seen all the other movies that were nominated in that category, it's well deserved. I've always liked him, but I've never regarded him as a particularly serious actor. He did, Encino Man and a few Airheads, and he did light comedies. He was a very good-looking young man. He did The Mummy, which I guess were his last big movies. Kind of, action, but not exactly deep. This man has some serious acting chops. One of the other categories in which the movie was nominated was for I can't remember the specific title, and I'd like to get it right, but it had to do with special effects makeup. So whatever that category was properly named. I apologize for not getting it exactly right. But in fact, they won an Oscar for their work. It was a team of people, quite a big team of people. And one of the things that I learned was that the makeup that they used, instead of the ubiquitous fat suit that they put on actors, they used what they called digital makeup on Brendan Fraser, so that his facial expressions, his ability to emote with his face, was retained, and not clouded by having 6 pounds of latex on his face. When you saw Brendan Fraser in this movie, you were seeing him with digital enhancements, but apparently without, or with a minimum at least, of actual physical makeup or latex on him. One of the other performers in this movie is, as I said, his friend, who also happens to be a nurse, Hong Chow. She did not win an Oscar last night, though she had been nominated. Again, not having seen all the movies that were competing in that category, it's hard to say. Jamie Lee Curtis won in that particular category for Best Supporting Role, for Best Supporting Actress. Big fan of Jamie Lee Curtis. I have no doubt that she earned it. The competition must have been fierce for Hong not to have won that. If you choose to watch this movie, please watch the movie. Watch it with your eyes. Pay attention to it. This is not a movie to play with your phone or be distracted or get up and get snacks every 5 minutes. Something, all things that I do, I'll admit. I didn't for this. I made a deliberate effort to watch it from start to finish, and I'm very glad I did. And I really paid attention to this movie, and I think it deserves that from its viewers. I give this movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's that good. It is not a happy movie. It is not a light movie. It is not a feel-good movie. It is certainly not a funny movie. But it is a very good movie. And at the end, I did not feel bad for having watched it. It did not make me feel bad. It did not make me feel sad. It made me feel very empathetic. And that again speaks to Brendan Fraser's massive talent as an actor. Just a really good movie. As always, thank you for watching, and please, if you saw the movie, leave me your comments. Let me know what you thought. Did he deserve that Oscar, considering the competition that he was up against, and did you see the movies that he was up against? And please, click subscribe. I appreciate it. Take care.